so it's not even on yet until it's now.
No, 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 not on Twitch. I'm talking about like on your Discord. You know, like
Oh,
you could. There we go. I can see you now. So I'm reading that new manga I was talking about. I haven't learned the name of it.
which one?
Like
The
the
fighting one?
yeah, the fighting one. I made a tweet about it because it's been a minute since I've tweeted on the Phil Art channel, or the X page, whatever it's called.
Twitter.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah, I was like, fuck. You know what we haven't done either? Now that we're here, we haven't put up James' manga tier
No,
list.
yeah, I was just gonna text him about that because I want his like having like the text to be his whatever he wants to put, put on the tweet itself. You know what I
Man,
mean?
fuck him. No, no, I don't know what you mean.
What do you mean?
You could literally just put like you could just literally just type James's mono tier list so far. That's it. It doesn't have to be anything special.
I don't know. I would like to give some detail on the manga he's putting in there though.
Oh, kind of how like we do for our, like
Yeah,
our weekly
and, and,
thing.
and I can't do that. I didn't read those manga. I didn't read this manga. That's all my bias.
Get his ass involved. Wake him up. I know he's sleeping. Wake him up.
Yeah, so I gotta text him about that. I guess I gotta have it ready for tomorrow probably. Yeah, so
Especially if you can add more each Sunday, then it's like
yeah, I want to have it like ready basically. Hi, but what's up, guys? You are tuned into Fiddle Arc Radio. We are your hosts. I am Danny.
not Frankie.
Yeah. This is the final week of rankings officially. Uh, disclaimer: we did skip Census to Be Hero, not by like by choice, yes, but like we watched the whole season and dubbed, and watching the finale and subbed felt kind of weird to do, to be honest.
Don't get me wrong. We watch a lot of subs and we like a lot of subs, but when you switch, like when you hear something like completely different, it takes too much of an adjustment. And I wasn't going to like
Have the finale be
just like the
ruined a little
episode.
bit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not gonna ruin the finale for myself. You know.
like I've heard it's fucking amazing. I can't wait to watch it, but I'm just waiting for the dub. So we'll discuss that episode in our like weekly rewards stream next week on its own.
Or on Sunday because it should be coming out like
Yeah,
tomorrow,
or
right?
on Sunday. Or on Sunday.
Same
Also,
with Polar Opposites. We technically did watch the finale, but subbed.
hmm.
But that one, it's not like we're watching like a bunch of action going on the screen. You know,
Yeah,
you could read it and
Yeah, Polar Opposites is very good both English and subbed. So I'll probably just rewatch it again and dub.
is it the automatic number one because it broke Crunchyroll? Can we
No,
deny that it's not number one this week?
it's not number one for me. It's not number one. It's not. I loved it. That shit was fucking premium gas. It's not number one. You know what number one is. You know what number one
Is it
actually is.
is it Fate,
It's Fate, bro. It's Fate. Fate
bro?
Strange
Okay,
Fate. Okay. I have one complaint.
no,
Not on the show. Not on the show. We heard that
yeah,
hey, Fate Strange Fake. If you're new to the series, go ahead and watch it. You'll be fine. Since it's ended, all we've heard is, hey, you shouldn't do that. Actually, you should watch everything else first. So we were
like,
lied
do
to
you understand this character, this character, this character? If you really want to know about him, you should have watched this, and this.
20
Played
years
these
ago.
video games.
Hey, bro, video
And it's
games? I'm
like,
not doing all that, bro.
bro, and I was like so hyped to get into the Fate series after this,
Hmm.
and I still do. Like, don't get me wrong, I still want to watch other stuff, but damn, you ruined it for me a little bit. Just a
That's like,
little bit.
I don't think it matters really. Like we can watch all the shows. I'm not playing on video games, bro. I'm not doing all that to get more lore. You know, I'm sure we can put together everything else on our own, or watch a YouTube video about it. You know,
That's most likely what we're gonna have to do is watch a YouTube video.
like something I know you'll be hyped for once we get to it is watching that anime about Elmoloy and the kids, which are flat in his like in his like, Elmoloy's the teacher and flat in
Oh yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
his
The
friends.
Watchtower.
Yeah, yeah. When we get to that, that should be cool. We can get more flat.
Dude,
One
Flat is so cool, and if he's really gone,
Want to discuss the episode now or after you do the ratings?
no, you know what? I don't really want to. I mean, no, it's number one. Let's just continue. If you got anything to say, let's just get it out of the way now.
You don't want to discuss it?
No, I mean, so discuss it now. Like discuss it now.
Yeah, okay, go. Let's give your thoughts. I know you were very emotional the whole time.
I've realized. Okay, I liked. Is it Braveheart or
Lionheart,
Lionheart? I always forget.
Lionheart.
Lionheart. Cool ass character, locked in. He was really good. But I realized that the entire time I was waiting for more flat moments because he was just cool, bro. Like fun, entertaining to talk to, but just you're like he's him without him having to try to be him. And then he got smoked out, bro. Sniper,
By assassin, by an assassin.
uh,
Yeah,
the true assassin, apparently. Not even
true
like
assassin. Yeah, true assassin.
which have we even seen True Assassin?
I think we see when we see like that skull and like the blackness. I think that's true assassin.
I don't know, but
But
yeah,
they said, yeah,
that shit took me out for a minute. The potential death of Flat
he's dead, bro.
is really, yeah, yes,
How
bro.
much you much more like potential.
No, okay, because you sent me this like picture with like, oh, here's this character, here's the alliance, here's this.
Uh,
The like Gilgamesh, he was grayed out,
oh,
like he's
yeah,
done.
but that was before episode 12.
Oh, well, I didn't know that part
Yeah, yeah,
because I was like, Flat's not grayed out, and
yeah,
neither
yeah,
is
yeah.
there's a different character on there. But overall, again, 12 episodes not enough.
No,
If it's
definitely.
especially because it's not over. Like you could the Holy Grail itself is not over. Whether or not like Gilgamesh is gone or Flat's gone, like whatever that is, there's just so many characters, bro. That's 12 episodes. If they were taking a week or two off, cool. But I think we're not getting into what the summer, like July.
They no, there's no official date for announcement yet. It just said to be continued. There was no official date,
Even worse,
so we
bro.
don't know when it's coming out. Yeah, so
But let me see.
the flat death scene, tragic. Lionheart's the fucking goat. He is so cool. We got some lore on like the old Fate series, which you know for us meant nothing, but that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the King of Heroes, the King of Conquering, and the King of Knights.
Yeah, we got
No,
Lionheart
there's
fighting another servant, which was super cool. It was sick. Animation was awesome. It was really really good.
if you want to watch something that's only build up and hype, straight, bro, because it's going. Hey, you should know what's going on, because there are so many introductions. Even in episode 11, I think we got introduced to a new character.
But to us, they're all new. Apparently, to like actual fans, no one here is new. I think to them, outside of like the
Well,
mages,
yeah, that's why
some mages.
I gotta look back and all the people that said you could just jump into Fate
Yeah,
Strange,
fucking liars, bro.
fucking liars, bro. There's just no way. Like,
It's like
don't get me
we
wrong,
followed we followed most
it's
of it.
still
I feel like
it's still enjoyable without any
yeah,
prior knowledge. If you're just like, oh, it's pretty, the action's tight, the
story's
characters are
cool.
cool, but if you like want to like really get into it, oh no,
Yeah.
you can't just jump into it.
Apparently, like the vampire at the end of at the end of this episode 13, whatever, on the boat. Apparently, he's like a
Because yeah,
big deal. Apparently,
but only in games. Apparently, his story you have to play some games for it.
yeah, like he's like mentioned in games. But he's like one of the main dead apostles who apparently
Yeah,
have
one
been
of the
like
27
teased for
dead
a long
apostles.
time. Yeah, but it's like we're all this like, lore that we should know, just oof over our
Hey,
heads.
but if they drop this to hook people into the rest of the series, you got us, bro.
Yeah, fair.
It worked. I am now invested in at
You know
least
what?
watching the movies and the shows.
Yeah, the games probably
If it's
not.
light novels, probably not. If it's manga, definitely.
I think they're visual. I think they're called visual novels. I'm not sure what the difference is though.
Yeah, I don't know the difference either. Then,
Yeah,
but
that's what I fall under though.
damn, man, that shit had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. The
Yeah,
emotional roller coaster in those what 28 minutes.
something like that. 20, 25, 28.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we'll be watching more Fate from here on out as throughout the time. Our time is updating our journey with it pretty much. All right. What do you have at number two?
Mm. It's between Fire Force and the Invisible Man.
That's not
If,
top two. It was
no, what
honestly
was it? Hold on, real quick. Can you remember what happened in the most recent episode?
Invisible Man.
Yeah.
The finale it mostly followed Light and Karma. Mostly.
No, yeah, that's when they're moving out. Yes, never mind. No, it's not. I'm thinking of last week's episode, which was
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah. Yeah. It's between Fire Force and polar opposites, probably.
Because we for polar opposites, it's Nishi's date.
Nishi and Yamada's date, and then we
Yeah.
get the date with Su-
Suzuki.
Suzuki and Tani.
No, I'm gonna go Fire Force at number 2 then.
Yeah, okay. Fire Force. Listen, like how this season has played out for me, I have like not known what to expect really. Like whatever happens, I go you just go with it. You know what I mean? If you just go with it,
Mm.
it's cool. And we're watching it, and Sheena was like having this whole monologue about like Hope One. I'm like, that's kind of funny, kind of corny. It's whatever, no big deal, right? Then it transitions into Soul Resonance. I got hyped. I got audibly hyped. I got out of my chair. Like, oh shit, it was sick.
There are times I really wish that we would live react because you should have seen it. Like Danny went from like this is kind of like so dumb.
It's
They're
a
like
little corny. It
linking
gets a
up,
little
and then
corny.
he literally as soon as they go Soul Residence, he locked the fuck in. He's like, no, 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 I get it, I get. He's like, I forgot. This is a tie into Soul Eater.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah,
It was so fucking cool. Like as a face range fake, like, overall as a whole episode, way better. But for that moment for me, was just the best thing of the week, dude. I thought Soul Resonance was just so fucking cool. Shinra Bancho, sick.
yeah,
Like
Shinra Bancho. Yeah, no, man, it's such a good. They really kicked in the animation for this last episode
he did.
because it's been all right. Like anytime we're like, hey, like we need to lock in, they did.
Hmm.
You know, I still wish we would have gotten like a full. Because I think with the second season is 13 episodes, so we got one more.
We have one more, Fire Force.
I would have liked for like a nice like 15, 16 episodes. It would have been a lot better. Well, not a lot better.
I can agree with that.
It
I think,
just
yeah,
greedily just being like, yo, I kind of want a little bit more of the moments to be
yeah.
animated.
Some
But
things felt kind of
overall,
like not rushed, but like hey, let's get through it. I guess almost.
no, I think. But you know what though? I like the at the end of the day, I do like the pacing. There are times where this show used to yada yada a lot. Take the Cat Girls episode. It's literally just about how lewdness is needed in the world, which is, I mean, hey,
It
I don't
was
disagree
that was an
necessarily.
episode. It was an episode of all time.
But no, definitely a good episode. Can't wait for the final one. We're gonna see all the different like, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I really hope this is Cope. This is like a 1% chance because
Mhm.
anything's technically possible.
Uh-huh.
Is like the end of Fire Force announcement for the Soul Eater remake.
Bro, I have been coping with that possibility for the last like 3 months. Like I pray we see that book, close. It's like, oh, Soul Eater coming soon. Like I need that to happen desperately.
Because it's like, bro, like the anime. It's crazy that so many people love the anime, and then when you realize it's like nowhere near the manga, it's like it's not. You don't want the remake in the sense of like, oh, this one was bad. It's like I want the remake to give me the actual story.
Yeah, you want the true like adaptation.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like
you can enjoy either one.
considering how they captured it initially, they can just redo it and it can just make it even better. And that should be true to the story. It would be so cool.
No, because imagine Black Star with like updated animation just in his fights, like
Right.
he'd go crazy.
Maka is sick.
So
It's just so much cool stuff to like the show.
yeah,
It's
Death
like
the Kid on his skateboard and shit. No, there's so much that you could do with the remake for Soul Eater.
mm, I hope we get it. I really fucking do. All right.
Please let the anime gods bless us.
Hopefully, yeah. Okay.
All right, so what do we got here? We got Fearin. Where you put in Fearin?
Ooh,
Final episode of the season.
I have it in S, but I think I have it under. I was very good though. I think I have it. What do I have it? What do I have ahead? Frieren or
Well,
Polar
you're putting
Opposites?
Polar Opposites at 3, right?
Okay, we're putting it at 3. I'm cool with that. I'm cool putting Frieren at 4 then. If you feel definitive about Polar Opposites being better than Frieren, I'll give you that. If you're positive about it.
Yeah, me personally, I liked it a lot better.
Okay, then we'll put Polar
Don't be
Opposites.
wrong, the Fearin, the bridge brain build, them taking out a nest of dragons.
You got that big like wolf thing.
Yeah,
Cool.
but and also the Denkin appearance at the end.
At the end, yeah. And then the ending was also like Fearin saying, "Oh, it's what Frieren would do." It's such a cool like this evolution of the story. You know what I mean?
We're gonna ignore that there is one more line after that, but
Yeah.
That's
But
the
it's
the
a
save.
Denken thing. It's a Denken. It's a
Yeah.
Denken thing afterwards. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
where does Hell's
getting that
Paradise falls? Not Paradise Falls.
as paradise.
Hell's Paradise. Where does that fall? Are we having another S tier, or is it just top of A?
Nah, Yuzuriha came back, bro. That's it for me. Yuzuriha came back. That's it for me.
But what else? What else we get though?
Who cares? No, the other Iceland have finally showed up. Finally, the Tencent all went down, and that I feel like I didn't realize all of them were already dead. I
There's not
thought,
that many. There's only like 7.
yeah, I know.
And
I don't
then,
feel like 7 died. I guess in my head, you know what I mean?
well, one died before the final fight.
Yeah,
When they
6.
lost the
Yeah,
glasses guy. So 6.
yeah.
One of
The
them doesn't
twins.
fight at all. He's the leader. So that leaves you with 5. You got the twins that lost. The guy who's fighting
3.
Gabimaru.
That's 2. Yeah.
Then the Shion beats another
Yeah.
one.
Now I'm still
And
alive.
then you lead with the leader and the one who's like, hey, you told me to watch over the ritual. It's
Yeah.
failed. So you got 2 left.
And the one Shion fight is still alive.
Well, technically, yeah. See, so you didn't lose that many.
Yeah. We do get more. We get more. Little groups kind of like running around talking, basically. Little war stuff happening.
It's a usually for a finale, like a season finale episode, you want it to end on something like
Yeah. This was like
cool, but
to
this
be
one was just like,
continued.
hey,
To be continued.
it's like, hey, we're gonna set up the fact that like the other Asaman are finally here. We're gonna realize that the ninjas are taking out the boats. There's a person trying to take out Gabimaru so they can become the new Gabimaru. It's really just like a big like we're gonna set up for the
Or
next
next
season.
season. Yeah, it was.
Which is fine because when the first episode of a new season is also just imagine like if this setup episode was episode 1, you're like, it's kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
that's
rather
true.
end the season on it because then at least you're like, I had a bunch of 5 episodes.
Because that's what happened this season, where episode 1 was kind of like it was cool. But episode 2 picked up like, oh, here's episode, and now episode 2 is starting back up.
Yeah.
So I mean,
But would you
if we're
put it in
being
S or would you put it in
fair,
A?
we'll put it in the top A. I thought it was really good, but at the end of the day,
Mhm.
not a lot happened. So I'm okay with it. Wait, you said Yuzuriha didn't die? That's sick. I'm happy I fuck with that.
Not yet.
Not yet, true.
Yeah.
Invisible Man and Soon to Be Wife. I hate to say this. One of its weakest episodes of the season. I can't lie.
Karma takes up too much time on this show, bro.
Yeah. Like we have the work friends, the couple, the cat lady who are more interesting. And instead we get like have like three episodes worth of Karma. And it sucks. For a finale, Karma being like the majority of the time, they don't like it.
But at least we got them saying, hey, we're gonna move into
Together.
Tonamon's house because they're like at first they're trying to find one place together, but they're like, hey, give up your lease, move in with me, and then we'll look later on, which makes more sense to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I still put it in A. I enjoyed it overall.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Because it
It might
was a
not be
bad
like
episode.
second in A. Because
Like
Journal with Witch, I put Journal with Witch over it.
you don't have it in S. It feels like a series finale. Like even though the story's not over, I think the show is done.
Yeah, the anime is done. I think if we want the whole complete story, we're gonna have to read the manga.
I think it concludes the story really well overall. Like I think while it's not fully done, I think it completes the story. I think it did it well.
So are you trying to fight for it to be an S?
I think if not an S, I think I have it for sure on top of A. Not S.
Mm.
Honestly, I'm cool
I
with
could
also
safely
having
put
it
it
on
on top of A. I could safely put it on top of A.
I'm okay with that.
Top.
So we have also like kind of like finally like breaking out of her shell a little bit. He sings the intro, I think it was, in the courtyard.
Here, I guess the only reason why I'm like, while it did technically conclude Asa's story, they also for some reason in the last episode decided to again show that kid who plays baseball. So we're left with like no idea what he's about.
Yeah, but that's such a small thing. You can just ignore it.
No, but they have a lot of things where they try to like the Chi, I think is her name. Also, don't get any resolvement for that. Makio and her situationship. There's just a lot of stuff where like, hey, if you knew you weren't gonna finish the whole story, just leave this stuff out. And to me, you could ignore it. You can. I'm choosing not to because it's there.
Yeah.
And for me, it just kind of why the sudden like time skips of them being adults is like that's it. Like
I get it. For me to remember, like well, trying to it's to include Makio and Asa's story for the most part, and the other stories are kind of left open ended. Okay, if you want to see what happens, go read it. You know what I mean? We have to conclude the main story, but here's the other stories I tell you they should know about if you're gonna keep reading. It's like it's okay open ended to go read the manga, to lead you that way. I can see the
yeah,
complaint, obviously, but like I was like, it is weird, but for how the story is meant to be told, I get why they did it that way. It's to give you the things you need to know if you're gonna continue it. Otherwise, you start reading it like, who's this person? Who's this person?
well, yeah, but most people are gonna.
You can't say that. You
You
don't
sure
know.
you go to the whatever. But that's the only reason I'm not cool with putting it in this.
It's fine.
And the ending kind of was the landing was clunky.
Mm,
They landed it, but it was clunky.
yeah. All right.
So that's it.
Scum of the Brave.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, not much happened really, right? They left the.
We realized this is a 24 episode show, right?
Oh yeah, it's not a finale, right? It's only halfway through. Yeah, it's the full 24.
B, just
Yeah, it was
nothing really
fine. It
happens.
was
It
cool.
was
It
fine.
was fine. Yeah. Like I think now like they're gonna travel to like a different like little city, and like the stories are gonna like, I guess fully get going. It feels like finally.
I feel like he's finally accepted the three girls as his team.
Yeah.
He's like, hey,
Finally.
we're gonna go to this fucking zone where like a bunch of demon lords are and all this
Yeah.
other shit. Yeah, it definitely feels like the first 12 were like the prelude, and it's like, hey, let's get going.
Yeah.
And Toman's B side B.
Uh,
I think what sucks is like the week before that felt like a better finale than this episode.
it did. Yeah, it did. Can't lie. So it ends like a finale, but in the last like 5 minutes of it only. Everything prior for like a continue like a episode one of season two. For some reason,
But
yeah, I'm
really,
cool top
yeah.
of B. Yeah, and like honestly, like said, fucking like, Invisible Man is barely A for me. I'm like, okay, because you like it more, I'm letting it slide
Mhm.
there. I think it's like the same thing for these two. Most episode follow something that's just not really like that interesting, and then the last minute or two, it's okay, it's concluded. It's conclude the season now. No, at the very end of the episode, which I didn't like how either of those did it. We
To be
so
honest, if we say if we're like thinking about it like that, all of them should be in B to be honest, because they all have the same issue where the final episode didn't feel like a final episode.
all of those, which is all of those.
From well, not Turn the Witch, with from Hell's Paradise down to Scum of the Brave.
Do you feel like Christmas just felt like a B tier episode?
Yeah, because if you're holding graces, your Zodiac came back.
Yeah, and then the Simon also showed up. The cliffhanger with the that one of the Tensen fusing with that monster that's hidden in the cave is interesting. We had the last guy set up to fight one of the ninjas on his own, the other Tensen. I think stuff happened there enough for me where I still enjoyed it more than I enjoyed the rest of them. We had Sagari meet the other someone who's like, hey man, like, either fight against me or fight with me. I think the small meetings didn't make a difference to me. The interaction between the characters.
I hear what you're saying. To be honest, if you're not trying to do all four of them in B, I'm done. Just put the Invisible Man in top of B.
I think this feels like a fair assessment overall. It sucks. Like I'm just one man. It's been I think an S. I think every week, but I think maybe like one or two like those an A, maybe.
Hmm.
Like if it
No,
had to be B,
there was a different episode that was B. I can't remember
was
which
there?
one it was right now, but I think we said there was just one random episode where like
Yeah,
you're just kind of like,
I thought that feels familiar.
eh.
Yeah,
But no, it held a out of when we if we do a stream next week when it's like we're ranking like just the season, if it's S tier, B tier, whatever,
yeah,
I'd have the Invisible Man like as a must watch.
yeah.
You
I
know,
can, yeah, I can agree with that for Polar Opposites, I think had a great finale. I think Free Run's ending was really really good. You know, I'm hoping from now until season 3 comes out at the end of next year that we get more story in the manga. I really hope. Like
Mhm.
this story is so good, and for it to like never get finished would be a fucking tragedy. Like genuinely.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
So
well, can't wait for Senses to be a hero. Can't wait for
then
the dub for Polar Opposites to rewatch that
the 5 first finale.
first finale. Yeah.
I mean, because there's so few at this point, we're gonna do a whole ranking on them. Obviously, at that point, we'll just discuss them and then just give our thoughts about it, and then do our overall rankings next week. Yeah, I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it. There's not much to talk about.
Spring anime start up today, which is sick. I think Slime. I think is tomorrow. I believe.
Yeah, I think Stone is also tomorrow. No, I think
I
it's
think
this
it's
weekend. At least they did.
yeah. If I think because I think one of them is the second. I think one's the fourth. I'm not straight which is which. And maybe Elbaf is the fourth this weekend. One Piece. I
Yeah,
forget
One
the
Piece is
order.
definitely either Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. So for spring, we're gonna be taking a break from the rankings and just watch animes and just talk about them however we want. But these will come back at some point later in the year, or either
Yeah,
fall or winter again.
yeah, but we're gonna try something else for the spring season. We'll talk anime. We'll talk about manga. We'll talk about whatever. But we
Yeah.
definitely want to keep doing Wednesday streams on top of our Tower of God streams. Which, if you guys don't know, we're 2 weeks away from catching up with season 3 of Tower of God.
Yep.
So that's exciting. Um, dude, I almost fell for an April Fool's joke on Reddit.
Mm.
They're like, "Oh, like I found this thing where like SIU says like the season 4 will start up in August." And I was
So
like about to look at like more of the. I was about to like I was like, let me check this post. They
yeah.
had a link, and I was like, today's April 1st. That's not a real link. And I looked at people's comments. They're like, he got me. And I'm like,
Goddamn.
y'all almost had me. But like, I just was like, there's a feeling. I was like,
Mm.
too good to be true, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Too
Bro. April Fools is the worst. I hate this fucking holiday. I can't lie.
Bro, that shit has okay. April Fools this year has me on edge with the One Piece shit, bro. If anybody else has heard, like people are saying this next chapter that's about to drop soon is like game
Why this
changer, fucking
right?
end game shit, and like break. I don't know. So I've muted so many different One Piece things on my timelines that I thought like I was like, man, there's no One Piece stuff coming out anymore, and I'm like, duh, that's my fault. So I have to
Yeah,
wait
bro.
to unmute those fucking words on my Twitter.
I'm so hopefully it comes out tomorrow, not Friday. Like, I need to know if it's real or not. Need to know.
I do too, bro.
It's like so we're finishing Tower of God in 2 weeks. We're gonna speed run the Mazino backstory in probably about also 2 weeks. So in a month, we're gonna be starting One Piece. Like a
With James, yeah.
Frankie's, I think second or third reread at that point. Second or third reread. Yeah,
Reread? No, it'd only be my second reread.
this will be my first official read the whole way through. That I've read I've read up to Alabasta. I've read Marineford. I read Whole Cake, but I just kind of
Actually,
just
this will
kind of
be my
skip
first
up
time.
through here.
If we do this and I actually commit to like the whole 1179 chapters,
Hmm.
this will be my first time reading Whole Cake Island. I never read it the first time. I
Oh, yeah,
stopped
I
there.
mostly read it.
Yeah.
So,
So, like, I've been a part of, like, because I've watched, like, Murphy's, like, when she was, like, first getting into One Piece. I watched all her videos about it. This podcast called The One Piece Virgin. Those guys, I've listened to the story, all of it over again. Totally not. Mark has a good, like, first time reading it videos.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
being a so bringing somebody in like James who has heard about a bunch of different One Piece things but knows nothing about One Piece,
It should be
I'm
fun.
excited to see how that plays out for us.
Like say like level 3 One Piece fan is like people who like know all the lore, like, like every fact whatever. Frank's like a level 2 One Piece enjoyer, I'm like a level 1 One Piece knower, and
Mhm.
James will be at starting fresh.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna take my time to go and be like, okay, let me look up mythical beings, how they can relate to Oda. But if like the YouTube people I watch do that, then I'm locking in. Like I'm gonna be like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, I get what you're talking about. I see the vision. I'll throw in
yeah.
my occasional crackpot theories when I'm like in the moment. I'm like, what? There was even one we were talking about not too long ago where I was like, I believe this, and then it ended up being kind of true.
Which
I
one?
don't remember what it was.
Uh,
I really don't remember. It was something to do with Chopper.
yeah. I don't know.
But anyways,
Yeah.
I'm excited for this new chapter to drop soon.
Yeah, bro. I hope it's. I don't really care if it's like crazy or not. I just hope like I just want to know if it was a joke or not. I guess.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't want to like. I'm in my head. It's like, don't think like it's gonna be anything crazy. Maybe it was just overhyped.
Uh,
Just, but
we'll
I'm
see.
looking forward to the chapter.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. But yeah,
But I will
that's
say, man, historically, when this motherfucker drops three like back to back chapters,
uh,
that third one's always kind of a heater,
it's
bro. Because then
important, bro. It's like you can't skip this one out. You can't fucking drop this now.
also the worst part about that also historically, after the 3 weeks, it's like, hey man, I gotta take a month off. I'm like, nah, you can't. He really lets you sit with that shit for like so long,
I work
bro.
for an extra week. I need a break actually now. Fucking Oda, bro.
No man.
Nah, I can't wait though, bro. That's gonna be sick. I say, no matter what it is, like as long as it involves emu, just a little bit, or just I need something crazy. I need something. I guess a little bit.
Look, man, the okay. I think for the like, if it's as hyped as people are saying, I'm thinking it's gotta be the emu reveal. Like, it's gotta be that.
So,
The bare minimum, it has to be that.
and our theory is that emu is a girl, and that
Yeah,
she
yeah, I
is
believe it's a
in
girl.
some way related to Vivi, or looks Vivi esque. That's our assumption. Right? We're kind of going with, right? Pretty much.
She got beef. They got beef with Vivi's ancestors. So part of me was like, oh, it's a guy who's like, she didn't love him back. But at the same time, it just like also felt like girl drama. Like, nah, like she was. I don't know if they were friends. I don't know if they were. There's just some like jealousy and drama there that
Yeah.
feels like it could be either one.
I can see like because if Emo ends up having blue hair and then ends up being a Neftari, I wouldn't be shocked personally.
Nah, I don't think Emu's. It's got to
So,
be a different family name. I don't think it's the same
but so
family name.
you think it's one of the original family, like one of the original family people though?
Here's the thing, right? Because if that's the case, there's got to be a bloodline of Emu's ancestors, and I don't think that's a thing.
I see. Yeah, that's true. That's true. What if it's like a Joy Boy's like sibling, some shit?
Maybe. I mean, that would be interesting, right? Like if Joy Boy's the older brother or whatever, and it's like he was guaranteed he was the heir, but he just like he left,
Yeah, he's like, I don't want it.
And then and Emu, no, and Emu was like, oh, I'll take it, but like nobody respected it
Hmm.
because like when the whole during the flashback where like Rox was talking to Emu about Joy Boy, they're like, what does he know about being king or some shit like that, right?
Mhm.
Or was he talking about Davy Jones? I forget. But it was like
Davy
some.
Jones.
So there's some type of like
Davy Jones.
insecurity about being the
Yeah.
king.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays out. Like I said, I'm hoping I get notified immediately when the chapter drops somehow. So
Yeah. The top two theories are like a Nefertari thing, woman, and then or like a Joy Boy sibling of some sort.
well, the joke with the sibling that you just came up with right now, I've
Yeah.
never heard about it. So you
Yeah,
just
just now.
but
That's just I'm talking out there because if I have two theories out there, I have a better chance of being right.
no, man, you throw stuff at the wall, and if you get it right, you can claim it.
Some shit might stick. All right, I have it on film
Because
now.
we're gonna clip this. Joy Boy, Emu is related to Joy Boy, or the Nefertari family, or there's like is it 21 or 22 swords, like of the Great Kingdoms that were like nobody will take the throne.
A hidden extra sword.
And then Emu's like, I mean, I'm taking the throne, and it'll be revealed like what the full name is. Because I really don't think anybody has Emu's like family name. If Emu does have one,
You think Emu's a D?
oh, damn, that'd be a good one. No, I'm gonna go with no. Yeah, I'm gonna go with no.
Okay. Okay.
But like if it happens, hey man, right there, claim it right now. Say like, hey, Emu is a D from the D.
Yeah, Emu has a will of D. Right out there. All right, they got three theories. They got three theories in there. All right, in the span of a minute and a half. But yeah, I'm excited, bro. I can't wait. I cannot wait. But yeah, we will see y'all. If anything crazy happens, if any of my theories are right, We will be live again tomorrow talking about it probably.
Dude, no, if their chapter's crazy, we have to like look. Everybody else does live reactions. Everybody else does or like initial thoughts. We gotta hop in and just
Just run it
ride
real
that
fast.
wave, bro.
Yeah,
You never know.
never know. All right, but guys, we're gonna hop off for now though. We'll be back on Sunday for Tower God stream, or if any, or One Piece stream because we're right, we're geniuses.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, have a good night, guys.